All right, so the next part of this is to attach aluminum onto the bottom. And this is what I'm using. It's a lightweight bonding spray adhesive. 100 light is what it is. Made by Loctite. Now you can do where you can put it on one side or you can do both sides. I do both because I want to be able to have that really good adhesion. The tricky part is with both sides, once it starts sticking, you're there. So you need to really be careful. So I've already cut me some aluminum, and this is gonna be one, and then I'm gonna put a little aluminum strip here, and then we'll have a second and third. So see which side looks the cleanest. This side looks the cleanest. So I'm going to go with this. I got a little ding right there. I'm just going to pound that out. That looks good. So, shake this really good. Ooh, easy now. If some kind of gets a little crazy on you, I should actually spray it on a test surface or something different. But make sure you get the edges really good. Make sure you get every bit of surface. Now this isn't an absorbent surface, so you can do one layer. You only need to wait about a minute. So I'm going to do this layer, but with this one, because it's a piece of wood, you want to put it on pretty thick, because some of it will soak into the wood. You'll see as it dries, you'll see some patches. But the most important is the edges. So put this on here, get this edge really good, go around again on the edge. And then I'll do one more coat. Now, according to the directions, if I remember correctly, I think it's only 1 minute. Let's see. Yeah. Well, it says a lot of this one. You need to let dry 10 minutes. But one of the most important things is after you're done, turn it upside down, spray for a couple of seconds until it clears. This clears the nozzle so it doesn't get all gummed up with glue. So 10 minutes. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. And best way to find out is to touch it. If it feels just tacky, it's not sticking to your fingers, then it's ready. But you don't want to wait too long, because if it dries too long, it won't adhere. Stick it up here, line up the corners, and the most important is to line up this top edge. I'm not too worried about this side, because if it's not right, I can just take a angle grinder and just clean off the edge. And I'm going to be putting pieces of aluminum all the way around here and here to trim all that out. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one and this one. This center one's a little bit bigger. And make sure you get them edges pressed down really good. And then I'll be back. Remember, when you spray each section, spray over, so when you lay this section, you don't spray near the aluminum. If you spray like all the way over to here, when you're ready to put up your second section, and you spray this area, you won't be around the aluminum. I mean, some mineral spirits will take it up, but you know, why take the chance of getting it all messed up? I'm going to be polishing it anyhow. Another thing is you need to make sure you do all 3 sections before it dries too much. All right. Looks good all the way down. So now I'm going to put some aluminum across the top. Or actually, this is the bottom. And there's going to be your the catch holes for the knobs on the doors. So you need to make sure you measure and mark them before you secure this down, so when you drill it out, you'll be able to put the catch covers in place for the doors. But I've already marked that. I marked all 3 of them. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some screws and go ahead and lock this down. All right, so I put up some, as you can see, I got it all covered in aluminum. Put up these brackets here. This is some 1.5 inch angle. Just covers the corner. Got a corner here. And then I installed these little 2 3/4 inch puck lights. Got a little battery hooked up so I can test them. They're actually much brighter than I expected. They're only 3 watts. So each light only uses 1/4 amp. So this whole cabinet, which will go over the sitting area, only uses up 2 1/4 amps. That's not bad at all. It lights up really good. Here's the back view. Now I'm going to have some panels, like I said, going to cover these that I cut out. So you'll have a shelf and all the wiring will be covered. Next up is to do the doors. I still got to cut this spot out here for the speaker. And then I got to take my grinder and trim this edge. This needs to be flush with this piece of wood, with this piece of plywood here, so it'll go flush up against the wall. All right, let's do one of the doors. So I already glued on a piece of aluminum with some contact cement. Ran a little polish on it because I don't want a mirror shine, but I just want a nice shine. And little scratches ain't no big deal. It gives it character. It's aluminum. But now I'm going to put some angled aluminum around the edges. I cut 45s on them. All right, now I got these cut. There's going to be a little gap in the corners because I'm not cutting them to overlap and meet perfectly. I've done all the doors like that. So, but what we need to do set it off the edge. I got my drill. 5/32 of an inch bit. Make sure I'm lined up right on the edge. I'm just going to do one corner first. Kind of drill slow, don't push too hard because it can push the trim away when it hits this aluminum. Make sure you get out any pieces, and sometimes you get this trim on the back, kind of flexes away because it's multi-layered plywood, so kind of hold it and you drill through. There we go. Then I take a 5/32 rivet, pop rivet, push it on through. These are, because this is 1/4 inch plywood, these are 1/4 inch to 3/8 grip. 1/4 inch to 3/8 grip. That way it'll go all the way out the other side. If you can see, it sticks out just a little bit because this piece here, I'm gonna have to kind of hold it when I rivet it because I want it to grab the back of this wood. It'll expand and it will do enough just to grab it. I want it to grab that wood. So I end up with a nice clean rivet look, and the rivet is a little recess that's not sticking out. So I put 4 on this, 2 in the corner and 2 here. Same thing here, and then just 3 on each side here. So there we have it, all 4 corners, all edges done. So now we got to do the latch. So what I do is I take a small screw, drill bit, 5/32, and come in from the back side so I know where it's at. Right smack in the middle. Get a hole started. There we go. So now I got a hole, and then I take a bit that's the size that I need. Where am I? This is it right here. This is it. Yeah, so this is a 3/8. And come back in through the front. Now I have a nice clean hole. So these are the original latches. They're kind of dirty, so I'll just take some steel wool and clean them up. Yeah, looking pretty good. Got the back side to clean up a little bit. All right, so for this, you need to have a little opening underneath so you can push this through. Push it all the way through to the back side, and you can see you get just a little bit of space. The reason why you need that, push it down like this, is because you have these compression holders that go on the back. Now to get it on there right, what I do, there we go, and then tap it down. That way it gets a nice tight clamp on it. I don't know if you can see that okay. Clamps on it very well. And that's how these work. Close the door, push it in, turn it, and it locks it into place. So that's it. I got one more door. One more door to do. And then I have to drill the holes for the latches and put on the hinges. And then I'll be ready to put these cabinets back in the trailer. So here is the latches, the covers that have to go on. They're gonna go for each door here. I marked where the holes are. So I need to make sure that I drill small holes here and countersink them so it'll sit flat. And then I gotta drill a hole big enough for this because it has like a recess on it. I'm going to use number 6 by 3/4 inch screws. So that's what we're looking at. Right there. Nice and clean, the way we want it. Looks clean on top too. And then I gotta mount the doors. big. middle. So what best thing to do is, almost forgot, attach the hinges some small hinges. Trying to remember, how did these go on? So now the tricky part. You have to lay the hinges down, put the door in place. Lock it. Line it up. And then you have to mark where the hinges are. Kind of tricky.
Well, they released a video on what happened in New West City.
What was it?
Black guy walking down Reno and Guarantee Park with a rifle, just shooting in the air, on the ground. He just, and wouldn't stop. They tased him and he just continued on walking. Then he pulled out after he finished unloading the gun, the rifle. Then he that's cute.
Okay, honey.
Then they ended up
Shooting him.
yeah, and then he pulled out a handgun and started shooting that. And I think he was doing a suicide mission, because he didn't even stop with the police or nothing. He just continued.
What is wrong with this? None of this fits. These are the right doors. Oh my goodness, everything, nothing fits. Let me try this door down here. Everything's right where it's supposed to be. Wait a minute, that's different. That doesn't work there. Oh boy. Why is this off? Oh my God, I forgot to turn the door. All right, so the cabinets need to be cleaned up. We got fingerprints all over them, but here's that cabinet with the lights installed. Speaker. Here's the cabinet over the kitchen. Speaker. Got the light installed. And then over here is the vent that will go over the cooktop. And you can see, if I go inside it, if I can get into it, there it goes. All the wiring is hidden. So there's a shelf to put stuff on. Here's the speaker. All the wiring is hidden. And then you have that cabinet. This is for storage. It goes all the way through. This was actually built into the trailer. Powder coated lights. You can see another video on how to make a powder coating oven and do some powder coating. So I went ahead and did those. Reading lights, they have LED bulbs in them. And then these with the other speaker. And they lock. And that's it for the cabinet. Now on this wall here, we're gonna have a TV there with a stereo. Inside this cabinet, there's some Cat 5, so we're going to have a Wi-Fi router up inside here. It's going to have Wi-Fi, but it's also going to have wired connections. And this is for, let me get this to lock into place. There it goes. Over here, there's a Wi-Fi. There's a couple Wi-Fi connections that I installed here into this cabinet for a little office. There's a Wi-Fi connection that's going to be right outside there under an awning. And then the input is on that side of the trailer. But that's it for the cabinets. Looks pretty good. Next is going to be plumbing. Plumbing. And then I got to wire up the battery. And I'm going to have a cabinet guy come in. He's going to build me some cabinets back here so I can put the AC/DC converter. I still have to plumb in the water heater. That's a tankless water heater. There's all the wiring coming in. Any questions, concerns, give me a holler and subscribe. Thank you.